Okay, so by now you've probably seen a lot of Hero 5 GoPro videos on unpackaging, but I'm going to go a little bit further into it with a few videos. This will start with the unpackaging, and then up here in the corner where you guys normally see the cards, which are the little I button, and it shows you a suggested video. As I produce more videos on the GoPro, as I work with this, I'll actually have those cards indicating videos that go with this. So you might want to bookmark this video and keep it for the future as you're looking to see the things I'm going to do with this camera, just to kind of test it out. Now, I have been an owner of the Hero 2. I've used the Hero 3, never got the Hero 4, read a lot about it, but just didn't make the jump to Hero 4. But however, the Hero 5 caught my interest, and my wife recently bought it for my birthday, which was just a couple days ago. So I've kind of been anxiously awaiting opening this up, and I had to kind of make a makeshift studio for the unboxing today. But anyway, the Hero 5, pretty excited about it. It looks like it's normal packaging that I've seen in the stores since the Hero 2. But just some of the qualities about it that you've probably already seen already. It shoots 12 megapixels. I'm sorry, let me repeat that. It has a 12 megapixel camera, and it can shoot a 30 frames per second burst. That's pretty cool, but I think the other ones did that as well. This one's a 4K and also shoots 1080p at 80 and 1080p at 120. And then it's also water submersible, which means that you do not have to have an extra housing to actually dive with this. Well, I guess if you're scuba diving, you do, because it will go down to 35 feet. For me, that just does free diving and snorkeling, it's going to be perfect for my needs. Hopefully I don't drop it in deeper water and end up causing some problems. Has a simple one-button control, Wi-Fi with Bluetooth, advanced wind noise reduction. Now, I've seen some previous videos where people have been reviewing this, and it seems to be pretty effective in certain circumstances. However, in some situations where you might be attaching this to your vehicle, which we'll do in the follow-up video, it's still not cutting the wind noise. But what do you expect? You're going down the highway or in a car, you know, going 30, 40, 50 miles an hour, 70, whatever. It does have a voice control, which I think that's pretty exciting. I'm not sure how often I will use that command, but for you guys that are just doing selfie type things and doing a lot of self video, maybe vlogs and stuff like that, which I'm going to do more of, that might become handy. So I may use that more than I think. Video stabilization. I'm pretty excited to say that, man, I like the fact that it has that. I use this on my cameras all the time. And also the reviews I've seen, it looks like it's doing a pretty good job, so I'm going to be reviewing that as well. Touch display, that is just, you know, about time that we start seeing some of this technology coming into these action cameras. We've seen it on our phones for some time now. We're seeing it with other types of mobile devices. So yeah, pretty cool. It has your same stereo audio mic input that the other ones have had, but this one has 3 onboard microphones that capture from left, right, and center angles. And the audio I've seen picking up on this seems to be pretty high quality for people doing run and gun type film work. Location capture has a GPS built into this. That's pretty cool. It also has raw file capability, which is awesome for you guys that do photography as well, like myself. I love shooting in RAW, so that's pretty cool. Also has the capabilities of using your phone once again to do a lot of the controls with the new GoPro apps and things that are coming out. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing, shall we? Now, I know the previous GoPros, they've kind of had like boxing craziness, but this one seems pretty easy from what I've seen. So inside we have our standard, you know, GoPro mount housing that you see here. Inside, let's see where we go, right here. So inside the instructions, but if you watch the actual official GoPro release video, it talks about how instructions are really not needed for you guys that are native to these types of things. The on-touch screen will become quite handy. So we see all sorts of things about how the battery goes in, touchscreen, and so on. Just some of the new additions to this. Okay, so we have the Plus software, access plus share from anywhere. And I love the GoPro stickers. I'm not a big one to put these on my car and announce to everybody that I might have one of these on me or in my car, but you know, I like putting them on camera bags and things like that, so that's kind of cool. Got some more GoPro stickers. More documents go inside of it. Here we have a micro USB and USB charger for the battery. And this is the thing that a lot of people are not real happy with. For those that have invested in the Hero series, I think 3 up, the batteries no longer work with the Hero 5, so you have to get a new battery. And that's because the battery carries a little more voltage. I think it has a little bit longer power life, which is nice. So I think batteries cost about 20 bucks from what I'm seeing online. So another battery, 20 bucks here and there, you know, that's about expected anymore. You've got a couple mounts. You have your curve mount and your flat mount. So for those that, you know, put these on helmets, surfboards, skis, whatever, even cars. I'm not real big about putting these on my car because once you get them on there, they're pretty well stuck. But I will use the suction cup mount. That's what I use all the time in the videos that I produce. And these are probably just filler. Yep, nothing else in there. So let's go ahead and unmount this and see what we got. Okay, it has the standard mounts that you expect on GoPros. So all of your other attachments that use these areas here, even some of your aftermarket things that have come out by other people that are a little bit cheaper that have this type of connection, they're still going to work with your GoPro, so that's exciting. On the back side, it's obviously showing that it has the LCD display. So let's take a look at how to undo this thing. This mount's a little different than I'm familiar with. I don't want to break it. Hey, I'm going to pause this video for just a minute. I'm going to check out some other YouTuber out there that shows me how to undo this so I don't break mine right out of the box. So I'll be back and I will show you how to undo it on my own video here. So give me half a second.
And it's designed to make it easier to mount the GoPro in more places. However, looking at it, it's not quite as intuitive. Gone are the easy instruction arrows, and you're going to feel like you're going to break this.
Yeah, I do. I feel like I'm going to break it.
Is you need to pull up and then push forward and lift.
Okay.
There it is again. Let's close that.
Obviously that casing in the previous generation that I didn't buy is just like this one. And just like he said on his video, it feels like you're going to break it. So I'm taking a chance. Oh my gosh, yeah, it felt like I was going to break that. So that's it. For you guys watching this video that bought one of this is your first time with the Hero 5 and you didn't have the 4 or 3, whatever it was that he just showed me. I had the one with the little arrow where you had to pull it over. Yeah, you're not going to break it, so you're going to be okay. Just pull up on this first part. Feels like it's going to snap in two. Open it up just like that, and you got it. So, hey, this video is unboxing and how to open this casing for you guys that are watching this video now. Okay, so taking the camera out, let's check it out. Okay, there we go. We got the casing out, skeleton casing. The casing, by the way, let's check it out. So this little port right here is going to give you access to this little compartment here. And by the way, this is waterproof, so everything's going to be pretty tight, I imagine, or you're going to be getting water seepage, okay? So here we go. We got the battery compartment right here. Also has the micro USB. And by the way, I purchased mine at Best Buy, and I don't know if Best Buys in your area are doing the same offer. They claim this was like $100+ micro SD card. And so this is a 95 or 64 gigabyte. Speed up to 95 megabits per second, so that's pretty cool. Stream Plus, Micro SDX, UHS, one card with adapter. This came free with the camera from Best Buy, so that's kind of nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. And gotta have a memory card or you're not recording anything. Okay, so open that up. So here's a little card. It goes in the same spot as your battery goes. So I'm going to put that in there and make sure I got it in the right way. It should only go in one way. There we go. It goes in with the text on your card facing towards the batteries for you guys. Try to put it in backwards for that time. Now for the battery. Here's where the battery is different. I've seen the batteries on the other ones. It doesn't have this little extra part right here, so that's new with this camera. So yeah, you're stuck with new batteries for this camera, guys. Should only go in one way as well. Has your little pull tab that is common with the GoPros. I might have put this in backwards, so I don't want to force anything. Let's try it this way. There we go. I think that's probably more it. There we go. Even snapped in there. There we go. We're in. I'm going to take off a little picture of the dog. It comes off like so. Kind of interested to find out what all this stuff is. Go ahead and turn it on. Okay, we have the front display. we're familiar with that. In fact, if you wanted to get a back display on previous models, you had to do the, your backpack or your little LCD that you had to buy separately. So here we go. Let's run through the menus. We got English. That's what I want. Our date. Today is October 8th. So a few days after my birthday. Mine was on the 6th. I've waited this long to open this thing. And the 16th. It's weird that they backdate it to the 15th. This thing wasn't even available on the 15th, or 2015. So we got the date. We got English. We're good. Oops. It's got your roll menus like you would see on your phones. 10. 8. 16. Try the check mark. There we go. Now we got time. And I'm going to look at my phone. 10:41. So 10:41. Keep going. 41. We'll say 42 by the time I finally got that. Hit the check mark each time. That'll get it. I don't want my GPS on right now because I'm sure that wears your battery down. You can turn your GPS on later in preferences, of course. Okay. Camera tour. Let's do that. Okay, the mode button. It says short press, power on, long press, power's off. So that's the mode button right here on this side. Next. Switches between video and photo mode. So that button there is going to give me quick access to, for you looking at the front of the camera, not top view, that little mode button is going to be like what you had on the front of your camera in the Hero 2. Which, like I said, I've used the Hero 3, didn't own it, just had some I could use from time to time. Next. Mode button also adds highlight tags while recording. Not too sure what that is. Okay, the shutter button, which is on the top, it's got the red circle on top. It says captures video and photos, so that's like your shutter, to open and shut. Next. Quick capture, when your GoPro is off, press shutter to power on and start recording automatically. Sheet press for video, long press for time lapse. And by the way, I am definitely going to be doing some time lapse. I love doing time lapse, and so I've already got some ideas in mind. So be checking back when I add the cards or in the comments portion of this video. If you want to come back and check it out later, I will have some pretty decent time lapses, hopefully off this camera, to show you guys its capabilities, because that is something I truly enjoy doing. Next, camera modes and settings. Tap below to change modes and settings. So it's got your resolution, 1080 frames per second, whether it's field of view is wide, and so on. It's going to let me do anything with it. Okay. Advanced settings, swipe left to access additional settings. It's not doing anything for me right now in this little tutorial. Okay, video oops, what just happened there? I missed on something, some menu item. Something about video stabilization. That's a bummer. Maybe I'll show it to me later. Preferences, swipe down to connect to other devices and change preferences. Guess I just keep tapping. I'm not too sure how it's going through the menus. I'm not sure. Connectivity preferences. So I had that. Media, swipe right to view your photos and videos. Yeah, there's going to be some learning curves on this, but that's okay. I'm up for the game. By the way, it only gives you a 15% battery life right out of the box, so I'm going to have to charge this before I do anything with it. Edit and share, quick automatic edits made awesome, splice, custom edits, and so on. Finally got a next button to see the next thing. Plus, this is one of their new apps, I think. With GoPro Plus, your Hero 5 can auto-upload your photos and videos to the cloud for easy access on your phone. Sign up in gopro.com/plus. Haven't tried that yet. I'm assuming there's probably some sort of charge for the amount of space that you get. You probably get something small that you can utilize right off the bat, but we'll have to check into that, see if it's something that's free for long-term, long-size or large-size videos. My guess is, like anything, is there's extra cost to everything that you can add to this thing. Hero 5, visit preferences to take this tour again. I think I'm done now. Anyway, let's call this quits for the opening package. We've seen pretty much what it is. I'm gonna work with this, and I'm gonna actually charge up my battery. Wow, look at that! I just touched something and it did something different for me. We got the different types of field of view: super view, wide, medium, linear, narrow. So yeah, I've got these different types of field of view that I can look at. So if I kind of look around here, got a camera up here that we're looking at me. Okay, so looking around, studio behind me, yeah. All right, so we're done with the unpackaging portion of this. Please check back later or check my channel and I will have follow-up videos that's gonna go through the different aspects of this camera as we go through and check out the video capabilities, the photo capabilities, as well as the time-lapse capabilities. So looking forward to that.